Cast.
Hello.
So I just wanted to start off the podcast by saying if you listened to last week's, you would have known that I mentioned the idea that I was going to be coming home for spring break and that we would have an in-person podcast. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that Maddie and I are in the same house but filming this in our respective rooms. So I just got really lazy and didn't want to set up the podcast. So we're just doing it this way. So sorry. And also sorry for if the lighting in my room and stuff is bad for those of you watching. I just, I'm working with limited resources here. So,
And we're also sorry it's a little later than usual. We had a pretty busy weekend, which we'll definitely get into. But yeah.
yeah. So we wanted to first say, well, first, happy late birthday, Maddie. I know I've
Thank you.
wished you happy birthday already, but so yeah, it was Maddie's birthday over the weekend, Saturday, March 5th. Maddie turned 18, so a pretty big special birthday. And I was thinking about this, like, because we wanted to kind of really talk about birthdays and like your birthday in particular for this week. And I was like, what is something interesting to talk about? And then I just kind of like went down a rabbit hole of thinking like about how like you're actually 18 and like being your older sister, how it's so weird that you're like 18 because I'm not the person where I see like you growing up and I'm like in denial. Like I register that you're like grown up because like we relate to the same thing. So like it's not like a surprise, but it is kind of kind of crazy that you are 18 now, you know?
Yeah. It honestly like doesn't feel real. I remember feeling like I always thought 16 was a pretty big like age to turn. I don't really know why. I guess just because like everyone's like knows the sweet 16 thing and whatnot. But like 18 theoretically, I mean, I guess 16 you get to drive too. So like 18 really isn't that important besides like voting and like you're technically considered an adult. But like I don't know. I like obviously nothing's changed for me. I still feel the same. But it's like now, like I could theoretically go to doctor's appointments alone and stuff, which I'm just like, I don't want to do that. But yeah, I don't feel like any different. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think because I never really feel old. Um, so like I feel like I start to like register my own age when I see you get older and like see you like doing all
Hmm.
these things that like I already did, like getting ready to like graduate high school and all that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like she's actually like a person. And like that means that like I'm also like a person that like has to be functioning in society, and then it like stresses me out. So
No, well, you will always be 19 in my head, and our older sister Laura will always be 21. And the funny thing, I don't even know if that math works out between the age difference of you two. Like, I don't, does it? You guys are 3 years apart? So I guess it could.
you said Laura would be how old?
21.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what month it is, it could
Yeah,
work.
so at one point it did work out. But like I always think Laurel's going to be 21 forever and you'll be 19 forever. But the fact that I'm 18 and so like I would think you are 1 year older than me is so like crazy. You know what I mean?
That is crazy. Yeah,
How old are you?
how
23?
how old am I? I'm
22,
21.
22.
21.
We're about to turn 22
I
in
turned
May.
22, yeah, in May.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird.
I know.
The fact that you're the age that I think Laurel is weird in my head.
The fact that I'm about to have my Taylor Swift 22 birthday, I'm like, let's go.
I know. It's crazy. What is the 18th? Is there an 18 song birthday? I was trying to think of one, but I don't really know.
Um,
Because there's like, I'm 19 and I'm on fire.
and then Dancing Queen 17.
Yeah.
There definitely has to be an 18th one. And there's songs about Sweet 16. I feel like there probably is one, but like not one that's super famous. I mean, there's no like
Yeah.
21 song, is there?
Yeah, true. I mean, there probably is, but like,
Yeah, but it's not like
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like there's, you know, that Khalid song is, how do you say his name?
Khalid.
Khalid,
I say Khalid.
Khalid. Okay. It's like called like, actually, I don't think he says 18. Never mind. You know the one that's like Young, Dumb, and Broke or whatever? I feel like 18 is kind of in there, but I'm probably just making this up.
Yeah, but it's not really like a song to like celebrate your birthday. Like
Yeah,
Young, Dumb,
true.
and Broke. It's not really the most
Relatable though.
uplifting. And yes, relatable, but not the most uplifting of songs on your birthday. So,
True. Very true.
okay, so did you want to talk about how your birthday was and like really what we did over the weekend? Because we had a fun weekend.
Yeah, we did. My birthday was Saturday, so Saturday morning we drove up to Atlanta, and at night, me and Sydney, my whole family went, or the four of us went, but me and Sydney just went to a Conan Gray concert that night, and it was really fun. I also got to see my friends Leah and Lizzie because they were there, and yeah, it was like a really good concert, really fun weekend.
Yeah, it was like kind of a last minute thing. Well, not really. Like we've been like
Yeah,
thinking
it really
over, but
was.
like we've been thinking about going for like ever, and we're just like, oh no, we just can't go. Like it's too much of a hassle, like
Yeah.
whatever. And then we kind of like decided like a couple days before we were like, no, we just need to go. Like we're gonna regret it if we don't.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's because like I was like doing like homework and like one of or two of his songs are on my homework playlist, and every time I listen to them, I just feel like, oh, I have to see this live. Like, there's no way I can't not see this live. So I was like, as I said, it's like we have to go see Conan on my birthday. Like, it's on my birthday and everything. Like, it's like perfect. Like, we have to go do this. And so we probably got tickets like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance, which probably for like a regular person it probably isn't crazy, but like I feel like plan a lot of our trips out, like at least like far in advance. Not that we plan the trip out, but like we plan for the trip, if that makes sense, you know? Like we're not planning like, oh, at this time you need to do this on the trip, but we're just like, this is when we're going. I feel like we do that pretty far in advance. So like this like kind of random spontaneous thing was like a little different for us, but it was fun.
yeah, it was so fun. I mean, Conan just has like some absolute bangers.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for
like
sure.
the best songs to like jump and dance to, but also like the songs that like will have you literally crying in the club. So
Yeah, 100%.
and like
And
not
sometimes they're the
uh,
same.
yeah, exactly. It's like in the same song. You're like crying and then
Yeah.
you're like jumping. And
Yeah.
you've been a fan of Conan for like literally
Oh,
ever.
forever.
Because
Yes.
you got me into Conan.
I used to watch his like YouTube videos, which were like so aesthetic and stuff, but it's so funny now looking back on it because it's like so different. Like he's like changed and grown up so much from like who we like used to be in high school or whatever. But I used to watch like his YouTube videos and I was like, and then like he like released his first EP and I was like, he's really good at music. And then like I like was kind of on Conan Stan Twitter for a minute, and then like I was like kind of got off it, but I like would still listen to his music and stuff. And then like I got sit into him and like he's just great.
Yeah, because I started listening to him like after his EP had come out, but before Kid Crow came out,
Kid Crow.
which like
Mm-hmm.
is still kind of early for like a lot of people to like have discovered him. But like you were there for
Yeah.
like ever. Like I remember you would show me
Yeah.
like his YouTube videos and be like, he's just so cute. Like just look at him. And I was like, who is this kid that you're like
I know.
randomly showing me? So
I don't even know how he like first came on. It was like my YouTube recommended. He just randomly came on, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna fall in love with this man.
yeah.
Here we are.
So it was cool that you
But
finally
yeah,
got to see him.
yeah, exactly. And we're like not the biggest like pit people. Like we love a concert. Don't get us wrong. Like concerts are our favorite thing in the entire world. But we like when we go to concerts. It also depends on who we're seeing.
Hmm.
But like we really just like to like dance and like just like I don't even know, just like have like space. You know what I mean? Like I just like want to be able to move my body like freely. And so like we were like, we're not gonna try and get like pit or anything, or like not pit, but like front row barricade or anything. Like that's just not our style. So we were like, we're just gonna hang out in literally the back of it and like run around and dance and like have like room to just enjoy it, because like I just wanted to be there for like the music, and like obviously it's great to see him, but like I don't need to like be like up close or anything. Like I don't need an interaction or anything. That's not like, I don't really care. It's just like the music. So like we had a blast in the back of pit, and like it was so fun.
Yeah. I just I feel like I can't enjoy an experience when I'm like smushed in between people and like can't lift my arms and like you're just like
Mm-hmm.
standing there. You can't even like enjoy the music because you're like hot and sweaty and like can't breathe.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, to get to that spot, you have to, like, be outside waiting for hours, and then you have to wait in the venue. And it's just like, there's so many things that you have to do to do that, which, like, none of it sounds appealing to me or, like, worth it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean,
So,
I feel like the only person I would maybe ever do that for is Harry, but even then, I'm like, the back of pit just sounds so much more fun.
yeah.
Like you're still gonna like get good
You're still
videos if
gonna
you
see
want
them.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, you're still in the same room as them. Like, it's okay, you know?
I agree. So yeah, we definitely had a lot more room and like could breathe. And
Hmm.
also like too, like with COVID and stuff, like we're still really
Yeah.
cautious and like we wore our masks like 95% of the time. Like the 5% that we
Hmm.
didn't, it was because they were like falling down because we were jumping. But we
Hmm.
had like our N95s on. And like in the back
Hmm.
of pit, we just like weren't sandwiched in with people who like didn't have a mask
Hmm.
on, which was nice too. Like we kind of felt a little safer, which was good. I mean, you needed to have a vaccine or a negative test to get in, but you know, you never know with those situations. Like we're not naive to the fact that there is still a pandemic happening that we have to
Yes, for sure.
be aware of. So,
Hmm. But yeah, it was very fun. There was someone who passed out in front of us, which was kind of interesting.
oh yeah, it was literally the last. Was it the last? Was it Maniac?
Yeah,
What song was
it
it?
was right before Encore. Like it was like Encore happened, and then like they walked to the very back. I guess I don't really know where they were, but they walked to the back, passed out, had their starts playing the last
Oh
song of the
yeah.
show, and we're just like, oh my god! So it's like running. We need a medic
No,
to like
literally, this
the
girl
staff and stuff.
passes out in front of me, and like at first I just thought she was like really tired because like she was walking fine and like they were like going to like
Yeah,
set her down on the ground to just like sit for a minute. And so I was like, oh, she just needs like a second. But then she like fell down and I was like, oh my God.
yeah,
And then the guys next to us, one of them like ran over to her and was like feeling her pulse. And that's when I was like, okay, this is not good. So then I was literally
yeah.
like, we need a medic, like running to the bar, like, I need a medic. And
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm like, water,
I was
water.
literally just like, I just want to listen to this song. And
I
this
know.
girl has like passed out, but she was fine. It was all okay.
Yeah, she was
And like, we
fine.
didn't really miss much of the song, but I was just like,
No.
wow, this crazy was like,
Yeah.
and
It
all
was
the,
pretty wild.
yeah, but I was like,
But yeah, everything's good.
yes,
Yeah, everyone ran over, and like she like woke up in a second, and like it was fine.
yes, she
Like
got water. She was okay.
yeah.
So yeah, but it was a little crazy. I was like, wow.
Hmm. It's like crazy. First of all, like the whole thing of like I know we've talked about this, but like you're just like sweating and you're dehydrated and you can't breathe, and it's just like that is horrible and so not safe. Like it's crazy.
I know. I said to Maddie, like on the way home from the concert, I was like, if I was ever like a famous singer, which like I never will be, but if I was like going on tour, I would like pay for like the water prices for people. Like,
Cause it's $6 to get a fucking water.
yeah, I
That's
just, and so
crazy.
no one drinks water, and the only thing people are drinking, if they're drinking anything, is alcohol, and then they won't you can't bring your own water in. So it's like you have to either
Yeah.
pay the $6, which is like ridiculous. So then no one drinks water and then they're standing for hours, smushed in with people, like sweating, and then they pass out. So it's like
Yeah.
I would be like everyone gets a free water like with their ticket, like included. Like I just don't think that that's that difficult to do. But like maybe yeah, that's just
Yeah.
me being naive. But it's just like really
I mean,
unsafe.
Yeah, I know there's like probably some restrictions with some venues that they don't like want you to do that, but I feel like if you as an artist literally pay for all the free waters or whatever, like you pay $6 per water, like then it should be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree.
But yeah. And also like no hate on Conan or anything or any other music artist, but like let's girl. It's a problem.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too is like they'll always be like, "Is everyone staying hydrated?" And it's like, "No, we're literally all dying." And so then they like try to pass out waters, but it's like you
Yeah.
can't pass out 3,000 waters to everyone that's dying.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just, and like all the security guards are like, "If you're gonna pass out, go to the back." And it's like, well, why don't we
It's like
try and make it so that people don't pass out to begin with? Like, what?
or like
What?
how if I'm gonna like what if the back's really far back? Like, bro, what if I'm passing out on the way there? Like
Yeah, I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it's like just become normalized to like pass out at a concert, you know?
Yeah, it happens like a lot.
A lot. It's so crazy.
Yeah, and it's just not, that's like my nightmare to pass out at a concert.
No. And the thing is, I pass out a lot. I feel like for like a normal person, I have like those symptoms and stuff of like feeling like you're gonna pass out a lot. So that like me like already knowing that I had the possibility of passing out and then being in that situation is gonna make me pass out. And like, that's so horrible. Like, what are you supposed to do?
No, I know. I am like, I don't necessarily like feel like I'm gonna pass out. I like get like the panic attack thing where like I feel like I can't breathe. And
Yeah.
it's not like where I think I'll pass out. It's just like I'm literally like and then like I start to like get really hot and sweaty and like I'm like
Hmm.
I like can't do this. So
Yeah.
that's why we gravitate towards the back, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And it's fun.
No, it is. It was so fun.
Yeah, I'd lost.
Me too.
It was
So
a great birthday. Also, Sydney got me a pretty good present for my birthday.
yeah, I have this thing, and I don't know if it's like the Taurus in me or what, but I love to give presents. It's like like literally one of my favorite things. But it's not like a love language. It's just like I like the idea of like picking out something that I know someone will really like and then like seeing them open it and like their like expression and being like, "Oh my gosh, like how did you remember that I wanted this?" Cuz I am good, not to toot my own
No,
horn.
you're good.
I am good at
I'll
like
give it to you.
remembering things that like people mention that they want or like knowing what to get someone. Like I've always been like the present, like go-to present person in our family, like if people need
Hmm.
help. So, and especially I love getting presents for Maddie because I know exactly what Maddie likes and like I know that she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I love this." And I'll be like, "Yep, I knew it." Like,
But I think the present you got me this time, like, I think you probably were like, I don't, like, she'll like it, but like, I don't know, but I really liked it.
yeah, this was the one year where I was like, I know she'll like it, but I don't know if
Yeah.
she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this is like awesome." Like I knew you'd be like, "Oh yeah, this
Hmm.
is great, thanks," but I didn't know if you would like be as into it. So I was like a little nervous, but basically I got Maddie um these photo
Wait, let's show
cards.
them the card first.
Okay, so I got her this card that
If you're watching, you can see it on YouTube.
yeah. So I got her this card and
Oh, sorry.
it's basically a picture of Jungkook, which is her
But you drew this, right?
well, I found it online in like Sketchday, yeah.
Yeah.
Um but it's yeah, it just says like for your birthday, I want to focus on you and it's a picture of Jungkook and it's from the AMAs, is that what it is?
Yeah.
The
I think so.
AMAs, he like was giving a speech when they won an award and like he because he doesn't speak English, he like couldn't remember the rest of his speech, so he kept just repeating like I want to focus on and it became like a meme.
It's
So
so funny.
so I put it on a card for Maddie's birthday. Um
Because Jungkook's my bias, and
yeah.
it's just a funny moment.
Yeah, and then I also got her one thing still hasn't come yet, but I got her this like photo strip of like Jungkook photos that's like a little mini size. It looks like a film strip, and it has like different
Hmm.
photos of Jungkook that she can like put on in her phone case and stuff. And that hasn't come yet. It's like kind of taking a while, but um
It's
that was
okay.
like the thing that she hasn't seen yet. But then I got her there's this big thing in K-pop. We might have talked about it before, but it's like
Yeah.
photo cards, and basically it's like when the like different groups like release their albums and stuff, you'll get like a whole book of like basically just selfies of them. Like the K-pop like brand like companies realized that they could just like monetize the K-pop members like taking a selfie and like sell it for tons of money. So they
Hmm.
do, and like they're like collectible items basically.
Yeah.
So I got Maddie this like bundle of photo cards of her bias from Stray Kids, which is Seungmin, which she's talked about on the podcast before, so
Yes,
you will
he's
all
been
know.
mentioned.
Um, and she was so excited about it, like she literally
I
almost
literally
cried.
almost started crying.
So it's a bunch of just like
I'm
different
obsessed.
size um photos of him, and like she literally opened it and she was like, "No, I'm literally gonna cry," and I was like, "Oh my gosh,
I was just not expecting it because like I know we've talked about photo cards and stuff, but like I don't know why I like thought it like you would never I don't know. But like I was so happy.
yeah, it was really cute."
Oh, and I have one on the back of my phone.
Oh yeah,
It's a
this like one that
Polaroid.
looks like a little Polaroid. And then the
But
last
cute.
thing I got her, which was like kind of like the main thing, it was a Stray Kids
Tried
t-shirt,
it. Yeah.
and it just says like their slogan, which is like "You make Stray Kids stay,"
Hmm.
because Mad's in her Stray Kids era. So
Yes. Also, Sydney, she goes to school at Penn State, as you guys know, and since Valentine's Day, so since February 14th, I've been like craving the like sweetheart Valentine's Day, but also Easter like candy because like those are different than the normal sweethearts, and like we all know it, and they're better.
they're the
And
ones,
I
just
re-
for people who aren't familiar, they're like in the shape of like the duck and like the rabbit. Like what are the other ones?
the chick or
Oh yeah, like
something,
the chick.
yeah.
They're like in the little animal shapes, and they're so good.
Yeah. And I've gone to Target so many times and they've always been sold out, like my Target. And I'm like, what the heck? But Sydney's gone to her Target and they always have them. And so I was like, she was like, well, I could pick some up and like send them to you. And I was like, oh my God, yes. But then I was like, but you're coming home soon. And she's like, I mean, not that soon. And I'm like, it's okay, just bring them when you come home. So she brought me 2 bags of these sweethearts and a bag of Starburst jelly beans and just in her suitcase, like, and she's had them for like a couple weeks now, like preparing to give them to me. But I just got them and I'm so happy. So it's
Yeah.
kind of also another birthday present, but like also a Valentine's Day.
And then I also literally like 2 days before the concert went to Urban Outfitters because there's an Urban Outfitters at my school and bought, well, I didn't buy it. Maddie paid me, but I went and like
Hmm.
tried on the dress that she was going to wear for the Conan Gray concert and like sent her pictures and then brought it home with me.
Yeah,
So
because we have no good stores in Pensacola, so I couldn't get anything.
yeah, but
And I didn't have enough time to order anything. But yeah, Sid was a real one.
yep. I came home with lots of things. I was like,
Goodies, yeah,
here are your
literally.
14 things that I got for you. So,
Literally.
um, okay, so since it was your birthday, I kind of want to do like a little, it doesn't have to be necessarily like rapid fire, but like a little Q&A segment about like your take on like birthdays and different birthday things.
Hmm.
So the first thing I really wanted to ask you is, do you consider yourself a big birthday person?
I would say no. But it's like depends. So like I don't really necessarily care about my birthday, but I do like celebrating other people's birthdays, but it's like also depends on like who the person is.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. And it's like some days it's just like I just don't feel like posting for your birthday. Like I'm so tired right now. Like I don't want to have to find pictures of us, you know what I mean? But it's like yes, like I'll text you happy birthday. Like that doesn't bother me. I always like text people happy birthday. But it's just like the whole effort of posting on like social media. But I mean, I like going to like dinners and stuff for people's birthdays. And like I don't mind if I I don't mind like a dinner for my birthday or something. But like I don't necessarily like love birthdays. Like I don't make it like a whole birthday week and like my whole personality for that week, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I much prefer to celebrate other people's birthdays than like my own. Like I think like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like in my head like I'm like I want to do something fun for my birthday and like I think like that would be
Same.
cool and then I just never feel
I
like
just
in
get so like
yeah.
tired and like it comes so soon.
Yeah, and I just like never am inspired enough to like do something and be like, yeah, this is like what I want to do.
Hmm.
I'm like I'll just stay at home
Yeah.
and like do
But the thing
nothing.
is, like, we were talking about this the other day because you and my mom before we were decided we were going to Coda and they're like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I was just like, I don't know, like, let's just watch K-pop videos and eat McDonald's and like pizzas, you know what I mean? Like, that's like my favorite thing. So, like, why would I not want to do my favorite thing on my birthday? You know,
Yeah.
like, laying in bed is my favorite thing. So,
Yeah.
but
No, I feel that. Um,
because like I like would like love to just have like a couple friends over and like watch movies, you know what I mean? Like that's like sounds so enjoyable to me. But like going out planning a huge birthday party, like oh my god, no.
yeah. No, I totally get that. I think too, as you get older, it's like you don't
Yeah, for
need
sure.
to like have a big birthday party. You're just like, I'll hang out with my friends when I want to hang out with them. Like I don't need a birthday party to like see them all and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Um,
It is nice though, like when you and your friends kind of like let's say have a busy schedules and like you don't really get to see each other. It is nice to have the excuse of oh it's my birthday we have to get together type of thing, you know.
yeah, no, it is good.
So
Um,
that is nice.
do you have a favorite birthday party or like favorite birthday experience out of your 18 years of birthdays that you can
I think I
remember?
too.
Okay.
Which this is actually funny because we haven't talked about this in a while, and it like happened. Okay, obviously it happened. It's my birthday like, week or whatever. I was gonna say it happened like 2 years ago, but like obviously it would happen around the time of my birthday. But my 16th birthday, me and my mom flew to New York and you met us there at school from school and the three of us spent the weekend in New York, which is crazy to me because this is the trip that in my head started COVID. Like once we got home, it was like boom, quarantine happened, your whole life is gonna be changed forever type thing. And so
Mm,
this was like the last literal weekend of like freedom, whatever. But it was the first like weekend where COVID cases were showing up in New York and we were literally in New York. So it was also like a little scary, but like we didn't know anything back then, obviously. But like I remember me and my mom on the airplane with like we like wiped down our seats, whatever. But like masks weren't like a thing yet. Like we didn't wear a mask or anything because
yeah,
like we didn't know.
it was very like people had heard that COVID was in the US, but like no one really knew what COVID was. So it was like,
Yeah. It felt like it was like, oh yeah, well that's never gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like no one's gonna get that, right? But we went to New York and we went to see Dear Evan Hansen, and we are like one of the only few people I feel like who got to see Jordan Fisher play Dear Evan Hansen. He did it for like 2 weeks before the pandemic ended, and then he just finished, or he's about to finish at least. He's did like a month maybe right now. So like he really many people haven't got to see him as Evan, and we are one of the few, and it was amazing. Let's just say that, like so good. But so yeah, we got to see Dear Hansen, and we like it was my first time in New York. Was it your first time?
I went when I was a kid.
Okay, so it was my first time in New York. Like went around Central Park, all the museums, like whatever. We did it all basically, and it was really fun.
Yeah, that was a good trip. It was short,
Yeah.
but it was like nice. And we had
Hmm.
like good weather. Like it was
Yeah, it was
cold,
so
but it
nice.
wasn't like
But I like the cold,
No, I know, but I mean, like, it wasn't like gray and cold. Like, there was some
Hmm.
sunshine, which is good. So
Yeah.
it definitely felt a little more like spring than winter, which is always
Yeah.
good. So,
Yeah. So that was probably like my favorite. I mean, this one's the one I just had was pretty good too, obviously. But those two are probably like my two favorite birthday experiences or whatever.
hmm
And then for my favorite birthday party, I don't know how old I was turning. I want to say like 14 maybe. Probably like 14 or 13. I had a birthday party at our house,
Oh,
obviously,
I
and
think
it
is
had
this.
like I had
I think I know what this is.
let me just keep talking.
Yeah.
I had all like my dance friends over, and I don't know what we like necessarily called it, but we got put into teams. There's four teams, and each one of us had like a different bandana color. It's very like Survivor challenge, like any of those like fun games. And we basically just like played all these different like mini games, like puzzle games and memory games and activity like races, all this type of stuff with your team or whatever. And then like there was a total amount of points by the end, and whoever won like won. I think we got like a plastic trophy or whatever. But then like we like hung out and like opened presents and all that stuff. But it was really fun. Also, not to like blast my own horn, and we didn't cheat, but my team won, and I was so happy. Also, I had like a really good team because it was like people that I like, but like also some people I don't really like necessarily interact with that much at dance because like I had to invite everyone. So like, it was like some people that like I didn't always like know or whatever. But like we had really good teamwork, and like we were really good in our team, and we had a great team chant. I don't remember what it was now, but like we were fully committed, and I feel like that just like really like pushed us. And okay, I love dumb competitiveness. When it's like serious competitiveness with me in it, I don't care. But like little dumb games, like board games and stuff, oh my god, I need to win. And my team was also the same. Like they were like, we have to win this. So like it was perfect, and we won, and it was amazing.
Yeah. That birthday
I think
was,
that's why I liked it so much because I won.
yeah,
But no,
probably.
it was fun.
That birthday was kind of a nightmare to plan though, because mom and I
Yeah, it was
planned
so
it,
hard.
and it was like
Yeah,
we had to come up with all the games, set up all the games, explain the rules, hide like the things for like the scavenger
hmm,
hunts, like make sure everyone like divide all the teams and make sure they were fair so that there was enough like older, because like you had a wide age range of friends, so like
yeah,
make sure there was like enough older people with more younger people and that the teams were evenly. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, it was a lot of like
It was a handful.
logistics.
Yeah,
And
but
like,
it paid off. I had fun.
yeah, I mean, I think everyone had a good time, but I do remember it being like a little stressful, and me being like going outside to like hide things for the scavenger hunt and being like, this party's stupid, I'm over it, like being so fed up.
Is that the one you thought of?
Yeah.
Okay, because I also had a Frozen one, which is hilarious that I had a Frozen birthday party. Like to think that I had a Frozen birthday party is so funny to me. But that one was kind of sick too. Also, we bought these like cardboard cutouts of Anna and Elsa and Olaf, and they were just in our house for like months afterwards. And then they like finally got moved to the garage. So every time we'd like go out in the garage, we'd just like see Elsa and Anna. And it was like pretty funny. But
That
that
was
was a good one
funny.
too.
Yeah, you've had some
I
pretty good
mean,
birthdays.
yeah, I've actually had some really like fun parties. Like I mean, she still is, but like now we don't necessarily care about parties. But she used to like love planning our parties and stuff, and was great at it, like so good at it. So we had some pretty good ones.
For sure.
What was yours?
My like favorite birthday.
Yeah,
Um,
I have a favorite of yours.
I know what you're gonna say, but I feel like that's honestly like
Yeah,
the only birthday I like really remember. Like, I like don't think I really do anything for my birthday. I just go to
no, you
dinner.
really don't.
Like ever since that birthday, I haven't
Or
done
you just like go to
anything.
the beach. Yeah,
But yeah, ever since my 16th birthday, I haven't done really anything. Like,
I don't think so.
I think I literally have just gone to dinner and maybe not even that.
I know you used to get to like miss school on your birthday, and I was so jealous.
I only got to do that in high. Oh no, I did that a lot actually. I take that back. Not a lot, but I mean like not, it wasn't every year, but It was like a couple times in elementary school, like none in middle school, and like
Yeah.
maybe one birthday in high school. I think my 16th birthday, like on my actual birthday, I got to skip.
Yeah. But then somehow your friends also were able to skip because you guys would like go to get food. Like, how does that
Oh
work?
yeah, on my 16th birthday was like the best birthday because on my birthday, two of my best friends both didn't go to school that day and we went to the beach. Like we went and got breakfast in the morning and then we went to the beach and then went and got lunch and like hung out all day. And then that weekend I had like my 16th birthday at the house, which was like I feel like I was ahead of the game on this because this has become like trendy throughout the years, but like
No, you kind of
the
were.
big like thing where you have like a picnic, but like you have a picnic table, but then you sit on the ground with like blankets and like pillows. Um, my grandpa literally made like a custom like long wooden table and like
Loki's such a
it was
flex.
like huge. Like it's a big
Yeah, it was
table. And like
huge.
we put blankets out and then we had like tons of like lanterns hanging everywhere and it was like flowers on the table. Like we got like a catered dinner and like we just sat and like had like a nice dinner and like listened to music and like hung out like and had this like nice like candle lit dinner
Hmm.
and it was really nice. It was just like casual. I'm not casual, like it was a lot of effort, but like it was like low
Yeah.
key. It was like mood
Yeah.
lighting, like nothing like super crazy, but it was really nice.
I just thought it looked like so pretty. Like all the blankets and pillows looked cool, and the table looked cool. And we had all these like lighting like drooped everywhere.
Mhm.
I just thought like it looked so pretty.
Yeah, no, it really did.
But yeah, that one was a good birthday.
It was. So, um I know you talked about this earlier on, but the last question I really wanted to ask you was like what are your thoughts about posting for birthdays on
Hmm.
social media? Like do you feel like there's like a pressure to like post for someone's birthday and then like if you don't you're like do they think that I like don't care about them but also like
No, I agree. Or I think exactly what you said. It's like, okay, I get it. And I think it's so nice if you do post on Instagram. That's why, like, when anyone posts on Instagram for my birthday, I'm like, oh, like, that's nice. Because it's like, you feel like you have to look through all your pictures and you have to find, like, the three best ones. And then you have to organize them on your story. You have to come up with a cute font. Like, you have to do so much work to, like, make it look cute and to post it on your Instagram story or like Snapchat story, whatever. And it's just like so low key unnecessary. And it's like the thing is, like all the people who posted also texted me, so I'm like, you don't have to like post. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I think it's not. I like when my mom and dad post for me for my birthday, like on Facebook, because I always like the paragraphs they write because they're like nice, you know. But like my friends and stuff, like I don't feel like they have to post for me. But also sometimes I do like posting for them. Like I like making cute collages just when I'm bored. But like if I don't have the time, then like I don't want to do it. But if I have the time, I'm like, oh yeah, sure. But it's not a thing of the person really. It's almost just like if I have a lot of pictures with them, if I'm not bored or not, like you know what I mean?
mhm. Yeah, I think it's like you shouldn't expect someone to post for you and like just because they don't post doesn't mean they don't care but if they do post like you can be happy about it like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't post for anyone on their birthday except people in our family, and I only post on Facebook because that's like, the platform for that. That's like where like all of our
Hmm.
like grandparents and like cousins and stuff like frequent to where like everyone would see it. So like
Yeah.
that's the only place I do it. I don't post for my friends' birthdays. I text them because I mean, one, I don't really use like my own personal Instagram
Yeah.
that much anyway, but I just don't have it in me to like try and do that all the time. So I
I know
literally
the
don't.
thing is, it's like, oh, they wished me happy birthday on the Instagram story. Now I have to wish them on theirs. Or it's like, oh, they didn't wish me happy birthday on Instagram, so I don't have to wish them happy. Like it's like an unspoken rule, you know what I mean? I don't even know. It's just like so weird. And then there's also a difference though between posting on Instagram for your birthday, like it's a story, and then posting on Snapchat story.
Yeah.
Snapchat story, I feel way less pressure. Like in my main Snapchat story, I'll probably put a little more effort in. But if it's like my private stories, I don't care. Like you're getting an ugly picture of you posted, like that's the kind of vibe I'm going for. But like Insta story, it's like, oh, I have to make this look cute, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Also, like, I have a pet peeve. I find it so annoying when people
Oh yeah, I
repost
agree.
every single happy birthday story they get
Yes,
on their story. And it's especially annoying when, like, you know
especially
the
like famous
mutual
people.
people. Oh, famous people when it's like 40 people wishing
10,000. Oh
Bella
my
Hadid
god, I
happy
don't need to see
birthday.
it, Bella.
I know, I'm like, I don't care. But it's also annoying too
Yeah,
when like you're friends with the person's other friends. So like you see the
you
original
see it
happy birthday
twice.
post
Yeah,
and then you see them repost the exact post on your thing and you're just like, I'm I have to see these posts like 18 times now. Like I just don't
yeah,
care. Like I don't.
yeah. I agree.
I just feel like it's
I'm
like a
not a
way for
fan.
people to be like, look at how great my friends think I am. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
it's just I just feel like it's unnecessary. But that's just me being like, I don't need to see all of this.
I don't mind it if it's like three and I didn't see the three originals or something. But if it's so many, then I'm like, oh my God, I'm done clicking through your story all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, which is actually crazy for me. I don't really use Instagram that much now. I go on it for probably 10 minutes a day, and it's like me going on for 5 seconds, like every hour, which I guess is kind of crazy, but like, I don't know. So, like, it doesn't really bother me now because I'm like rarely on the Instagram app.
Yeah. I don't do Instagram that often. To be honest, I actually only like look at stories on Instagram now pretty much.
Yeah, it's honestly so tough. And they give you so many suggested and like posts that I don't follow on my main feed. So it's like, why am I scrolling through my main feed? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
And
that's
I
me.
accidentally like them, and so they keep showing up or something, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'll look at like the first 5 posts because they're normally like the ones I care about the most. Like if a BTS
Hmm.
member posts, and then I'm like, okay, like it, and then I'll like click like the first like 5 stories, and then I'll like go out of it and be like,
Yeah, and
okay.
then I'm out. Yeah, same, same.
But Twitter, I'm on that bitch morning, noon, and night. Like I'm
And
on,
TikTok,
and TikTok. I'm on them way too much.
same.
It's like,
Yeah, don't let this confuse you from the fact that I am always on my phone.
yeah,
I
no,
am on my phone, just
we're
not Instagram.
we're not those people that are like, I go on a social media cleanse. We
Yeah,
just
no.
use specific apps.
Yeah, we just have favorites in the household,
Yeah.
but they're the best. So, except when Twitter was down this morning, very rude of that.
Yeah, that's the worst when like a social this is like so sad. When like social media is down and you're like, what do I do? It's not working. It's like
Well, today Twitter was down this morning, and then Discord was down, and then Spotify was down. Like everything was down.
the hackers, someone's hacking it up.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right, so did you want to talk about your secret topic that you wouldn't tell
Yes.
me before the podcast?
Okay, so
Hold on,
this I have.
I just want to say real quick, Maddie comes into my room last night and she's like, she's about to ask me a question. She's like, hey, do you, and then she's like, wait. And then she takes like a long pause and she's like, never mind. And I'm like, what? She's like, I'm going to save it for the podcast. I was like, you're just going to leave me hanging like that? So I'm very interested to see like what this
Okay,
is.
the thing is, it's a thing going on right now on TikTok. So I'm hoping you've seen it, and if you haven't, first of all, like that's gonna be a problem because like you're on the wrong side of TikTok. But like also I know you're kind of on the right side, so I can't even be that mad at you. And even if you haven't had it, it's easy to explain. But like it's a really conflicting question going on in the world right now, and I don't know what side to be on. I had an initial side, and I'm low key backtracking. So
I feel like I'm not going to
here,
know.
here's the $1 million question. I saw a TikTok, and it's all started from this one TikTok, I'm pretty sure. I'm actually pretty lucky to be able to see it. Like, I know the story now. But he posted, he was like, he like had a poll, and he was like, what do you think? Is there more doors in the world or wheels in the world? And I voted doors instantly, and it was 51.49%. And I'm like, how is there more wheels in the world? Like, that makes no sense. And then I'm reading comments, and I'm like,
It's like,
wait, but it could be wheels. Wait, but it could be doors. But So now there's like a heated argument on TikTok. Like I'm getting door side and wheel side. Like I'm getting both. And initially I'm sticking with doors. At least I think I'm right now I'm sticking with doors. But hear out the wheel side because it's crazy, okay?
I
So
feel
like
like I
wheel
might be
side
the
is giving like
wheels.
okay, well here.
I mean, I
The
don't
wheel
know,
side,
but
like okay, a car for example, four wheels, but also like four doors, but also it could be only two doors if it's a smaller car, but it still always has four wheels. So it's like, oh, okay, like you never know. But like, okay, doors, there's a closet doors, bathroom doors, car doors, but also people are counting cabinet doors and like that kind of thing. But also people are counting like a Hot Wheels toy; those have wheels on it. People are counting like rolling chairs; those have wheels on it. Like it's, I don't know which side to
I
be
know,
on.
but also I feel like there's, if you think about it, like, do you consider like gears like wheels?
Okay, this was another topic. People were like, "Oh, we're totally counting gears as wheels," but then the door side was like, "No, no, 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 you can't just have everything." So like, I don't really know what the clarification is on that yet, but like, I think it would be wheels if ears are.
Because I was gonna say, isn't a wheel like, I don't know like what the definition is, but I thought like a wheel is just like something that's like spherical that like turns around, like turns to like do a function. Like, because like if
Yeah,
you think like
yeah, I don't
axles, like
know.
all those things, like in like machinery, it's definitely wheels if you're counting all that.
Yeah,
Because every
but that it was
machine
funny.
has like a wheel then
Yeah, yeah.
technically.
It was funny. I saw TikTok and this girl was like, she lives in like New York or something, and she was showing like a big like skyline building. And she's like, I'm just thinking about how many doors are in this building, and everyone's like, well, I'm just thinking about how many office chairs are in that, and how many wheels are on all those chairs that have. And so it's causing a big debate on TikTok, but it's also like I'm being so easily swayed. I see one TikTok that's like, think about all the Hot Wheel toys. They have wheels on it. And I'm like, oh my God, it's totally wheels. But then I'm like, think about all the cabinet doors and bathrooms and closets and like whatever. It's doors. So I like just don't know. And then people are like, well, there's sliding doors. So does that count as like a door and then also a wheel? Because like it has to slide somehow. Like how is it sliding without a wheel? So I'm like so conflicted.
Yeah, that is crazy. I think it really depends on what our universal
You're counting.
definitions of doors and wheels are.
Yeah. Because initially I was doors, and even the TikTok guy was like, "It's totally doors, but like, let's see what the wheels people have to think." And he was, it's so funny because this guy, like, I feel like just asked it as like a random dumb question, but it's a huge thing going on right now,
Yeah.
and so like it, and like it's crazy because it's like it is like I actually want to know like how many wheels are there in the world and how many doors are in the world because like it's interesting comparison because like what do the two have to do with each other, but it's like wait, it's like so interesting because like wait, like these are drawers, like my those are that's six drawers right there. There's no wheels in my room, but that's six doors. There's two doors to my closet, two more doors here. Like there's a lot of doors.
Yeah, but is it a door or is it a drawer? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but cabinets are
a cabinet
doors.
is a door, but like a drawer, it's not
Yeah.
like you're like lifting it up. You know
Yeah,
what I
okay.
mean?
I guess it couldn't, that isn't technically one. But still, I thought it was pretty interesting. Because I was gonna ask you last night, I was like, are you a door or wheels person? Like, tell me. But I was like, I'm saving this for a podcast.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
So do you think you're a wheel person?
If you're counting gears and stuff, I think I'm a wheels person. But if you're not,
Yeah.
then I'm probably doors.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, I
That's
know it's pretty crazy.
that is crazy. It's like such an interesting question. It's like so random, but
I
then you're like,
know.
wait,
Like
what?
I could be thinking, like, I'm thinking about so many things that have wheels on them right now, but then I'm also like, wait, but that's a door.
Yeah, that is really crazy.
Because like I think wheels are more like you see them outside your house, but like doors, like there's more doors in our house than wheels,
Well,
right?
yeah.
I would think so. So like And that, it's like, oh, you would instantly think, oh, then it's doors. But then you like think about all the things that do have wheels on them.
Yeah. I mean, also then you like if you really have to think about it, you have to like take it to like a whole like global scale and like factor in like socioeconomic class and stuff. Like, like third world countries are like more like impoverished areas and stuff. Like, do they have more wheels or doors? Because it's like, well, they're not going to be driving cars. But then, like,
Mm-hmm.
do they use like wheelbarrows to like get their food and stuff? And like
Mm.
in certain areas, like it's like some cultures, like Aboriginal people and stuff, like I don't think they live traditionally. I mean, I could be totally wrong, so like I could be saying something offensive. I'm not trying to, but like I don't think they technically have doors on their houses. Like I think they live in like open space. So like, do they not have doors
Mm-hmm.
then? Like.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people sometimes, like for closets and stuff, just use like a curtain to like close the door. Is that considered a door? Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's very nuanced. Like it's very like what your definition is, like where in the world you're thinking of,
Yeah.
what is the like technological accessibility for that area of the world.
But it's pretty crazy. And I think it's hilarious because this guy totally did not know that he was going to start this like huge debate.
Like
But I'm
international
here for
debate.
it. Yeah. I am here for it. I love seeing just like a random TikTok be like, "You're crazy if you think there's more wheels than doors," and all the comments like, "Dude, but think about this," and he's just like, "Oh, okay." They just
Yeah,
get slightly like turned or something.
that's so funny. I love when like people try to like convince other people of something that has no real relevance to the entire
Yeah,
world, but they're like so adamant on like convincing them of one side. It's like, why can't we take this inspiration to like things that actually matter?
I know. I also love like when TikTok just has like a running inside joke with each other, like
Mm-hmm.
couch girl TikTok, couch guy TikTok. Like
Oh,
everyone just knows what that is. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, wheels or doors. Like if you ask a random person that, they're gonna be like, what? But like everyone on TikTok, like, oh yeah, wheels or doors. What side are you on? You know what I mean?
that's like one of the best parts of TikTok is like when the entire community has like a joke, but it only lives in the space of TikTok. It's like
Hmm.
so incredible where it's like
I
you're
saw a TikTok the other day, and it's like our couch girl and whatever like still together, and I was like, I need to know the answer to this.
I
Like,
know what's the follow up? Like
yeah,
I
like
think
are
they are.
I think they are too.
She like
Actually, I don't know.
no, she like
She defended
defended
it.
him. I'm like, girl, I would never put that much energy in defending a man.
No, for real. That's so funny.
That was a funny week on
What a
TikTok.
time. Yeah, I know. The best thing also is it only lasts like a week or two, and then it's like, okay, what's the next one?
Yeah. So good.
It is good.
Okay, did you just want to do our bias segment and just kind of wrap it up a little bit earlier today?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want me to go first this week?
Yes, you to go first.
Okay, so my bias of the week is something that I've been a fan of for a while, but I kind of had a little bit of a lull, and now I'm like back in it.
My
So,
favorite thing of the podcast is trying to guess what your bias is before you say it. Just FYI.
my bias is the H3H3
Mm.
podcast.
Okay.
If
I
you're,
had two in my head
if
of
you're,
what it was.
what was
That
the,
was one of
oh,
them.
really?
Yeah, but the other one I was like, I don't think it is this because I don't think she really ever has a lull of it.
Oh,
It's the Tracker family.
oh, yeah, no.
I knew it was gonna be some YouTube video or something.
Um, if you're unfamiliar, it's like Ethan Klein. I'm sure everyone who is listening to this probably knows, but he's been like a YouTuber for like ever and like not without controversy. He's had some pretty scandalous times past, but I didn't really like, I knew of him, but I literally had never seen a video of his until he started doing Frenemies with Trisha Paytas. And I started
Mhm.
watching, and I was like obsessed with Frenemies. I thought it was hilarious. Like it was so
It was a
controversial
great show.
and
Yeah.
terrible, but like it was
It was
funny.
so terrible that you had to watch every week. Yeah.
And then like once that thing became a shit show and like stopped happening, like I just stuck with Ethan because I just think he like actually is like really funny and like actually like a good person, I think, like deep down.
Yeah.
And like I love his wife, and I just think his show is
Yeah.
so stupid and funny. It just like brings me like joy and like probably kills my brain cells, but like it's enjoyable. So I've been like back into like watching that like 3 times a week. Like every time it comes on, I like get excited. I'm like, yes, the podcast. So
This is actually funny because mine's a podcast too.
oh really?
Yeah. Okay, so mine is I know like a couple weeks ago when we did the Twitch episode,
Mm.
I don't know if we talked about Ludwig at all, but there's this Twitch streamer Ludwig who actually he's a YouTube streamer now. But he is a pretty big like streamer, and he has this podcast called The Yard, and it's with his 3 other roommates, and they're like smaller Twitch streamers. But they like everyone like kind of knows just who they are because of like The Yard and because of Ludwig and stuff, and they're all really funny guys. Like I think they're pretty funny. But they all play like Melee, like Smash Bros or whatever. I don't really know anything about that, to be honest, but someone who does know a lot about it is Asa Butterfield, which is another part of my world. And he is an actor. He stars in Sex Education, which is like top 5 favorite TV shows of mine. Like I love the show so much, and I love him. And like he always posts on Twitter about like gaming stuff, and a lot of the Yard like members like Ludwig and stuff like will reply to him, and they like kind of became friends. And then like a couple like last week, all the boys from The Yard flew to London and met him, and they did a podcast episode together.
I didn't even
and
know
it was
this.
so good. I know. It was so good. And I was like, it was like my 2 worlds, like so random worlds you think would never collide, but they did. And it was beautiful. And like, it was a whole hour and 30-minute podcast. And it was so funny. And like, I was so happy.
I love that.
Yeah, it was so good.
That is good. That's so random and fun.
I know. I was like, it was so random. But like also it's like I was like gonna say it's like the perfect like niche subject for me. Like it makes so much sense.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I was very happy. And I did not know it was happening. Like I knew they responded to like them on like Twitter and stuff. So like I knew they knew of each other. But then like I saw it and I was like, what? This is real? And then I thought it was like just over Zoom. But then they actually met him in real life, which is like crazy.
Yeah. I love when stuff like that happens, when like 2 people that like, or like 2 different types of people that you like love separately like meet somehow, and you're like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I would have never thought that they would like meet, and then you're like, this is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's the best.
Okay, so I think that'll do it for this week.
Yeah.
Sorry that this week was a little bit later of a pod, but like Maddie said, we were a little busy, so I hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Hope you had a good birthday, Mad.
Yes, I did.
And with that, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.